here's a mess. Hello everybody, my name is Jeremy, and I have come out of my hiatus from reviewing Musume. I wanted to talk about the brand new single, Brand New Morning. So this single is a introduction single for our brand new 13th generation. This is 13th, right? Fuck, that's crazy. We have Reina and Kaede, and I'm still learning their full names, and I will have it eventually. So this is our brand new single for our brand new members, and it seemed like such a good song for them to be introduced on because they had a good amount of lines. It's an important song, and I think anything tops coming in from Pyoka Pyoka Ultra. Anytime I think about member singles, and I'm like, oh, look at this song that this person came in on. You know, it's like Mr. Moonlight, and Happy Summer Wedding, Summer Night Town, Love Machine, like, they're pretty cool songs. And then you get to the 10th gen, and it's like, Pyoka Pyoka Ultra. They must have pissed off Sunku or something. Tracking back to this single. You know that your country fucked up real bad when a J-pop group, who usually sings about Namida, and love, and boys, has to sing a song about your fucked up country. It's kind of hard to ignore all of the messages in this song that are so clearly pointing towards America, and because, you know, Hello Project and Up Front and Mourning Musume in particular have been aiming so much at international audiences, particularly at America, coming and doing more concerts over here, I feel like it is totally in the question to ask if this song is about America in particular. A lot of people have tried to break down that whole A New President line and have talked about how the Hello Project has just gotten a new leader, and they've kind of broken it down that way and been like, maybe that's what they're talking about. But other people have mentioned that the kanji used specifically for president is usually associated and is primarily associated with the president of the United States. And from what I've read, like, Japan is just kind of overall worried about America, as is the rest of the world, if we're all being honest with ourselves. When you look at the context of the whole line, it just seems so much like it's pointing towards dump. And then if you look at all the messages of the song, like spread love, not hate, which is a huge campaign against dump, and that whole love trumps hate, you know, all of those messages that were in this song really seem like it's pointing towards, hey, cheer up America, it's gonna get better. And, you know, people are like, oh, well, why would they make a song about politics? Freaking Love Machine was all about the Japanese inflation. It's totally something that this group has done before, to talk about something going on that's relevant in the world. The messages in this song were really good, and I appreciated it for what it was. Also, I think if you look at, like, the dance, non-marching parts of the dance were really cool. But the parts that were marching, it almost, it looked a little Hitler-y to me, and it looked a little, like, wartimey to me. You know, just the way they were walking, and, like, putting their hands up in the air. It seemed very, like, Hitler-esque, and a lot of people have compared Dump to Hitler. So if they were trying to draw those connections by, like, having some, like, nuances towards that and, like, alluding towards that, I totally dig what they're doing to really, like, drive that message hard, because a lot of people are just very uncomfortable with who he is as a human being. And then also with their hands over their heart, that's a very... I haven't done a lot of research because I'm not an intelligent reviewer, but I feel like that's a very American thing. You know, like, that's what we do in schools. We put our hand over our heart as we say the Pledge of Allegiance. So it just, the whole message across the board, I think it'd be kind of silly to assume that it's not about America, and I think everything has pointed to that. So I appreciate greatly that they've made a political song, and that they're making a political statement, and that Hello Project is making its stance and being like, hey, we're not for this guy any more than most of y'all are. So I think that's cool. I did find myself really missing Misaki. She is out. She's on a hiatus right now. She's taking care of herself. My understanding is that she has some type of back injury, and she's going to be out of production for a while, and she's not going to be really doing anything. Which, like, for me, there's two things that pop in my head. First, I'm glad that she's taking care of herself. But two, I'm worried about her coming back, because Aika did the same thing. She was out for a while, and then she came back in and was gone like the next moment. I would be really upset if Misaki left the group, But at the same time, I think it's so important to take care of yourself and to take care of your body, because you only get the one body for your whole life. And if it's messed up, then you have to take care of that before it gets to that point. I missed her. I missed her voice. I missed seeing her. I think she brings a positivity and a light to the music videos that I really like and I've come to really rely on. And so I kind of missed her presence there. Arena had a line which I was shocked by, because, she doesn't have the most stable voice, but she sounded really good. So the auto-tune was heavy on it. I don't know why they haven't gone like full Sayumi on her and just given her only auto-tune lines that like stick out like a sore thumb. Like for no reason there was an auto-tune line. And I don't know why they haven't done that with her yet, because like her voice is decent, but it's certainly not to the level of everybody else. Like I think at this point we have some really, really, really strong singers in the group. And I think Arena is the only one who's like kind of a rung lower than the rest of them. And even Haruna is like, she's making her way up there. Her Koi ING from the last concert was so good. I was really impressed. And like what she's been singing and like hearing her in Ainotane, like she's done really, really good, and you can tell she's putting in the work. The new members sound amazing. I loved their lines. I loved their vocals. They are really hardcore, reminding me right now of Canon, and it's making me miss her so much, because I feel like this right here is the Morning Musume that she was supposed to be part of. I feel like this is the vocal range that she should have been in, and like this is where her talent really would have shined, and it's such a bummer that she's not there anymore. But I'm glad that those kind of strong voices are really rising up to the top, and I hope that they keep making songs like this that feature those voices, because they were so good. Musically, this whole song reminded me a lot of the piece with like the fast lines and then the kind of chanting in there. It was very reminiscent of the piece. And even with the flags, like there were a lot of callbacks to old Morning Musume. And I love when they do that, when they do something that kind of throws it back. And that, to me, this whole music video to me was that, very much like the piece. I was not crazy about these costumes. I want to burn them. I wish that they were tailored a little more and they were a little more form-fitting. They were a little too military cut and a little too literal. Like, I get what they were going with and I understand like the theming, but I think they probably could have done something like they did in Rival Survival, where they were like those cute crop tops with like the military theme in it, but it seemed more feminine. Like these costumes were just really boxy. After binge watching Project Runway on Hulu, I'm like such a snob about cut now, and especially with costumes, like the cut and the fit and the shape, like I'm just getting really snobby about that lately. And so I wish that these costumes were just a little more tailored and maybe pulled in a little more at the waist, and something done with the neck that feminized it a little more, because it just seemed boxy. But I understand the references that they were going for, and I understand what they were trying to do with all of it. I just want to burn these costumes. It was a cute concept. I just wish it was the next level. Overall, this was a really good single though, and I love how it sounds. I love what they did, and I just love the message behind it, and all of it was a very, very good job. And I love these new members so far. I love them. I'm so happy with them. And I'm glad that the group is kind of getting bigger, and I'm hoping that another generation doesn't spell out more graduations, because I'm really loving this lineup. Like, I loved Platinum Era Morning Musume so much. Like, that's my Morning Musume. But Morning Musume as it exists right now, I am falling in love with it. And I'm hoping that we can get back to Japan while this lineup is still in existence, because I really want to see them again, because they were so good and so dynamic. Also, Jealousy Jealousy is really good. When the PV comes out for it, I will review that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts were in the comments below of Brand New Morning, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!